Appreciate the opportunity to participate, and I thank the witnesses for participating in what is a very timely hearing, considering the pending global food shortage, the record inflation, the price and cost of groceries. People are struggling all across the country, and we want to make sure going into next year with this farm bill that we have all the information and data we need to make sure that this program is stable and that we can provide to the people who really need it. And Mr. Giacomi, I wanted to ask you a few questions as we prepare for this monumental task in the upcoming year. During the early days of the pandemic, your Connecticut Department of Social Services experienced a high of nearly 4,700 applicants arriving weekly, which was a 330% increase from the number of applications received weekly prior to the start of the pandemic. And now you're still receiving over 3,000 applications per week, which is up 176%. So I struggle a little bit with these numbers. One, I want to talk a little bit about work requirements. But two, businesses all across the country, certainly not just across Tennessee's 4th District, are struggling with labor shortages. And it's estimated from the U.S. Chambers that we have 11.4 million job openings right now and up to 6 million unemployment workers. So it looks like there's about 2 jobs for every workers that are out there looking for jobs. So what are you finding in terms in Connecticut of people trying to find work that can't? Are you keeping any data on this, and are there any current requirements that people are seeking work?
Thank you, Representative. The Department of Social Services does not track employment data to that extent. What we do track is we do have a very robust employment and training program in regards to SNAP, which allows SNAP recipients not receiving TANF to have training in all sorts of industries, especially those that are most in need right now, when you look at manufacturing, healthcare, et cetera. What we're seeing is individuals are still participating very robustly. They're attending our community college programs, our community-based organizations. They're able to come out with these degrees or certificates, and they're able to find employment, which then essentially, or hopefully, the intent is to allow them to be in a position to support themselves and no longer need assistance. So
okay,
we are still seeing
that sounds good, but it doesn't reconcile with those numbers. The numbers that you're still seeing that are applying in this program that you say is effective doesn't seem to be working based on those numbers. Try to help us here as we write this farm bill. Why do you suggest the necessity of broad-based categorical eligibility is so important when others consider it to be a loophole where people that are maybe wealthy or not necessarily qualified for SNAP continue to get benefits?
So I'll say with broadband categorical eligibility, it's not an automatic funnel into the program itself. While it allows us to give individuals, especially those in working families, the opportunity to apply and not necessarily be automatically rejected because of their gross income, they still do have to meet a net income test of a 100% of the FPL before they're able to receive assistance. So those individuals that perhaps are wealthy or otherwise that are able to apply and perhaps get in the door under our 185% FPL still have to show us that their need is there and they meet this net income test prior to us providing them any benefits.
Do you track it all? I mean, with the influx of illegal immigration across the southern border, I mean, it's record numbers, and this is going to obviously cause a drain on the SNAP program. Are you tracking that at all?
We do have numbers on those that are applying. I will say that if an adult comes in and is not identified as a permanent resident or in a qualifying category, they would not be eligible for assistance. So we're not necessarily tracking the number of individuals that are coming in that we're denying because of this reason.
Yeah, I'm just going to interrupt because my time is short. That's a talking point that I see. You can Google how many non-U.S. citizens receive SNAP, and it says it's very difficult to get it, but that's not actually true, because if you're a child under 18, or if you say you're seeking asylum, which pretty much everybody is right now, it's refugee status or asylum seeking. So all these people do qualify for the SNAP program, and for some reason we just want to ignore that. There's going to be a global food shortage. Americans are hungry, and we need to worry about taking care of Americans first. And my time has expired, but I thank you for your participation.